It is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. Welcome to VLAUGUST. Whew, that's almost acceptable. And, well, these are 3 antibiotic bandages, which I'm trying to use up because they're kind of, how do I put this? The packaging is sticky. They're kind of getting old there. Anyway, let's see if I can, Let's see if I can do this with 2 hands via a cut. I wish I'd kept them on there. They were on there so securely. Okay. It's a little bit, but it's definitely less. This is from yesterday. And, well, I did do a lot of walking, and when I took the sock off, I couldn't find a bandage. You know, it's possible that I didn't put one on. I mean, there are some times when I forget to flush the toilet, and yeah, that in the worst situation, exactly. But it's also possible these socks could have worked its way out, and the socks aren't... actually, these are higher than I thought, but, you know, enough walking, they do go down a bit. Might have escaped.
No, I'm a little surprised that it was that low. I did, after all, eat a fair amount of carbs yesterday, but I think it helped I only ate them as meals. I didn't do any snacking in between during the day until I was done at Ollie's.
And even then, I was eating nuts. I mean, they were breaded, but still, it was mostly the nuts. And these nuts. Mostly these nuts. Stop giggling. And these things, which might bring a few of these along for the short, hopefully, trip. Well, but definitely not something I can keep in the vehicle.
Also, drinking an entire bottle of V8 didn't hurt. Ooh, spicy hot. This has got to be better than the low sodium one I drank yesterday. Yes. Well, as you can see, I'm driving, and it's a little too fast to be driving around town to do the Pokemon Go minimums. Yep, I'm once again headed to freaking Clearfield Walmart because, well, once again, there's an item that I didn't realize I was out of.
Lancets for testing my blood sugar. Where's it, Lancets? Anyway, this time I'm definitely getting the ultra thin and not the micro thin because
I don't really feel any difference.
But when I try to get this back on so that it doesn't... Yep, there, see?
I'm also going to get more extra large Band-Aids and hope I don't eventually need them anymore. They don't really go bad. Well, if I needed a better argument that I should be still and not go out, I was at the Minute Mart in Bigler and, well, getting some caffeine. And, yeah, again, something I need to cut down on here. And there's this kid without a mask. And also the employees, I mean, they were behind a shield, but, you know, still, it's kind of far away. That could, you know, if your nose is exposed. Yeah, anyway, the kid sneezed 2 or 3 times, and, my God, it could, you know, it could, well, certainly it's contaminated the air anyway, so... This is why we're going to be on lockdown forever. Well, kind of. Not really. People are just going to keep dying, and our freaking orange Lord Dampnut is going to keep saying it is what it is, and then he'll challenge the election, and then he'll have himself crowned emperor, just like Palpatine. Wow, that got political. But, you know, I kind of wonder why I bother. Why do I try to... Well, I obviously had a mask on. What if that's not enough to protect me? Okay, I think I went a little overboard there. One thing I didn't mention, the kid's mother was wearing a mask. The kid wasn't. I guess he just didn't want to, and she is just tired of arguing with him. And I've noticed there's a lot of arguments about reopening schools, and a lot of people say children aren't going to wear masks. I think some will, but yeah, a lot won't. And it is unfair to expect children who have been raised that if they break the rules, there are no real consequences, to suddenly obey a rule because there are real consequences. I think... I'm going to turn into Oompa Loompa. The mother and the father. Oompa. Yeah, I think that the problem is trying... too much permissiveness and not enough spanking. Now, I don't mean to sound like that, but I think Now we're starting to see some consequences to there not being consequences. It's still pretty dark. Okay, I promise this is the last I'll say on the topic in this video. The kid's mother said nothing. And, well, I think that's the problem. If children are raised to believe that they can do whatever they want with no consequences, then how do you expect them to behave when there are consequences, especially when those consequences aren't immediate? Yeah, I know. It's really, this is a single person who thinks he knows everything, telling people how to raise their children. I'm sorry about that, but I'm kind of running out of these. Well, I should do a task today, so much as I'd like it to be just bringing these spoons back to my kitchen, it has to be a little more than that. You may have noticed that I've been doing most of my videos from here. This is a cot in my cellar. And the reason is I've been sleeping down here for a couple of weeks now. I don't know, but because it's really unseasonably, even for summer, hot. And if Monkaboo is watching this, she probably just said, ha! But cellars are, I mean, I differentiate between a cellar and a basement. A basement is finished. This concrete here, it's basically an artificial cave, and caves are naturally air conditioned. It's a lot cheaper to just go in a place that's naturally cold than to spend a lot of electricity trying to generate cold. I do have a shower down here, but it has been warming up, so I think I might just move back upstairs. Another reason is, well, I have been coughing and sneezing a bit, and I don't think it's COVID-19, but probably the dampness in the cellar.
It is a bit damp.
Maybe not tonight, but there are a few things I need to do here regardless of whether I move. Yeah, I definitely need to clean inside the furnace here. In fact, this thing, look at this. I'm moving this, and this isn't moving at all. See if I can do something about that. Oh, boy. A load of this, oh, there's those tissues. I was looking for them. What is that? Find out when I clean it, right? Yeah. Still think this stuff is clean, Mr. President?